Well, hello, everybody. My name is Stephen Green, the chair of the Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce, coming today with our chamber chat for this month. And today we have the pleasure of sitting with the Matus Law Group and Kristine Matus and Carranceja-Gurski. So we have two Kristines with us today. So thank
Yes.
you so very much for being with us here. So why don't you guys just introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll go into Matus Law Group.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us. It's such a pleasure. We've been part of the chamber probably for a while now, but we know that there is such value of being part of this group because we get to know a lot of business leaders. We like to share a lot of information with each other, and we like to see how we can grow with each other. So for me, I started the firm in 2003, and we're celebrating over 20 years together.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. And we focus on mainly two areas of law, and we do estate planning and we do real estate. With the estate planning piece, I have to share that my passion has always been with the special needs community. I have two children, my youngest born with Down syndrome. So, because of that, it's important for me to make sure that I can share as much information with those families of things that I've always wanted to know. I do it a lot. I always say it's for selfish reasons. Anything that I wanted to know how to help my child, I want to share it with the families. The other side of the practice with regards to real estate, we deal a lot, and you know that, Steve, that we dealt with things together. With a lot of residential real estate buy and sell. We do some small business buy and sell as well, the pizzerias and the hairdressers and things like that. We like doing that as well. But, those are the two areas of law that I really feel go hand in hand. When we're helping families, we're helping them plan for the future, we're helping them protect the asset. But at one point, we're going to have to see what we're going to do with that asset if they pass away, which we also deal with probate. What are we going to do with that asset? So real estate was just a natural area of law that grew. We have also another attorney in our firm, Brandy Grassi, and she is our real estate guru. She really is able to lead that department and has grown. And it has really been probably one of the most favorite parts of our law practice because it's really a nice, quick transactional situation. We're together with a client and a family for 30 to 45 days. So we really get to know each other. So I really love that. Chris Gursky is really also a very important part of our firm. She's been able to help with a lot of the complex trust planning, especially if we have loved ones who's so concerned about what do we do with an asset, but we're going into long-term care situations, right, Chris? Absolutely. And I'm going to let you take it from there because that is an area that I'm so happy that you dwell on and that you focus on because it's complicated and you want to go to people who do a lot of it and not just one or two a year. But yeah.
So yeah, I love this area of law because it allows us to really protect assets for our loved ones. I mean, very often we find people who are, in retirement age, and they're looking for ways to make sure they pass on their assets to their loved ones, to their children, to their grandchildren, but they haven't planned properly. I mean, properly meaning they didn't get long-term care insurance. These are the kind of things that we have to be concerned about at a certain age. The sooner that we plan, the better. But even if there isn't any planning involved, early on, we can still do some protection. And that's what I love to do. And I love to help people through this process. I love to guide their loved ones to make sure that the plan works. This is something that I enjoy doing. And I'm glad I'm able to, contribute this to the firm.
Oh, we love it. And I think that's the theme of what we try to do, whatever we could do to help the families. We really try to take a holistic view of what we do because many times there's areas of law that we don't handle. But me being in the community since 1995, and that's probably where people have to say, really, you don't look it. But we've gotten to know a lot of people in the Ocean County Bar Association throughout the state. And with Brandy and Chris, both licensed also in New York, we're really trying to broaden our strokes of who we can help because there's so many families out there. But like I said, if someone calls and it's an area of law that we don't handle, we're happy to refer them to other people that we know, like, and trust. And I think that's part of being part of the chamber because that's on our list. Those are the members of the chamber are who we would refer to. Those are the people that we like. We know they've been around for a long time and they do great work. And the families will be protected, whoever we decide that they would be a good fit with. But yeah, we just find that, we're just so grateful to be a part of this organization. It's really one of the best chambers around.
Thanks.
And I know because I kind of tested the waters with certain places, and certain places aren't as warm as others or whatnot. But this one, it was, I like to say fits like an old shoe. Nobody likes that saying anymore, but that's
Hey,
my
listen,
saying. I like that saying, so I'm using it.
I think that's great. And one of the things that I learned is that you are, well, obviously a women-owned business.
Yes, we
But
are.
it's women, so you can't see off screen, but there's a bunch of women. I feel like I don't even belong here anymore. So they have a beautiful office right on the Toms River. So is that one of your differentiating factors? Like, do you feel like that's what separates you guys?
Absolutely. I grew up in an area where women were the matriarchs. My mom, and culturally, I think Chris also knows this. The women also would also take charge. They would make the decisions and they would lead the family. So that was always ingrained in me. Then being in a profession that is typically male dominated, it's nice to see that we have strong women who aspire to be in this area of law that really want to help families. And I love the idea that we can help each other. We're proud of each other, and that I have two girls and I want them to see that mom is strong, mom can make decisions, mom can own a business, and we can wear many hats. It's always interesting that when we meet other business owners or other professionals, sometimes the popular question is like, how do you do it all? But I don't see those questions posed to our male counterparts. So I always say we do it just like everybody else. So, in the big picture, that is one of our strong points. I think Chris has always said it, Brandy said it, everybody in our firm has always mentioned that, we love the idea that we are trying to break the mold of what law firms are, what lawyers are, and that we could lead the way as role models to other women and other girls to show that really we can do anything and we can make the rules and we can create a whole new landscape to help more people.
That's great. You have any visions to grow? I mean, I've seen you started in a small office and now you've got the whole second floor. I mean, what is the vision of moving forward?
So as we move forward, it's always been my dream, and I know Brandy, Lisa, Gina, and Chris, I drive them crazy, as well as the other firm, because I'm always trying to push us to move further. The reason why, right? There's so many families out there who need our help, and we can't help them all, but I really would love to make a difference. I really would like to be able to say that these families' lives were better because of us. It really breaks my heart when I feel that we've met families and they've been going through a tough time and they didn't know we existed. They didn't know we did this type of law. We didn't know that we did real estate, that we could have taken this property off their hands. We could have sold something. So my mission is to really help as many families as possible. And like I said, because we're licensed in New York and New Jersey, it's enabling us to really spread our wings, Steve. So I feel the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Anything
Well,
that we can
educating
do.
people, right? I mean, just
100%.
getting the word out there. A lot of people just don't know,
Yeah.
especially at all the fields, real estate,
Yep.
long-term care, whatever it is. I mean, people are in the dark when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, or at least give them some clarity and give them ways
Hope,
to understand.
right?
Yeah, and hope. Because there's a lot of information on the internet, but it's overwhelming and it's also confusing to find out, well, what do I do first?
Yeah.
So, like, one of the things that we love to do, Chris, Brandy, and I, we love to give webinars. We love to give seminars because the more we can educate everyone, the more they feel comfortable of what the next step is going to be, and makes it easier for us when we want to tell them, like, I think this might be the better route for you versus that. And they understand and they had done their homework. So
Sure.
yeah, anything.
So what would you tell somebody who's at the beginning of that journey? What would be one piece of advice that you'd give them?
One of my things that I've always said, and Chris and Brandy and I've always agreed, starting now, it's never too late. Whatever you want to do, if it's estate planning, if you're trying to buy a house, you want to sell a house, start the process, because anything that you do last minute causes stress, causes inefficiencies in money, inefficiencies in just your time, and also you have more options when you start early. So anything that you want to do, we really encourage a lot of families, start early, plan early, talk to the professionals who do a lot of this. There are a lot of things that we can do I can do a lot of different kinds of law. I started out in insurance defense. I've done family law, but we've niched down to an area of law that we really love doing and that we're on top of. So you want to go to attorneys who really focus on the type of law that you need help with. So if you want real estate, you want to go to Brandy. That's all she does. You want to do long-term care planning, complex trust, you want to go to Kristine. That's all she does. So whoever you're going to be working with, you want to make sure that they have the experience and they're focused on it, because it's too hard to keep up on different
They're
areas of
experts,
laws.
right? You don't want somebody who's doing slip and falls and real estate and
It's
car
hard,
accidents.
and God bless the person who can do it. I just feel that, if I'm going to make this pen, I'm going to make the best darn pen, because that's all I do. I'm going to do it night and day. So I really feel that perhaps that's really the better things for the family, to find people who really dedicate their passion.
Especially in this area of law and life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want somebody who's half-assed.
Absolutely. Well, just like in your situation, title work, that is really it. That's what you do. It's not
exciting.
It's not title work and then sell hamburgers, so
Exactly.
so it's important. So I think that's a big deal. No, but to me, planning, thinking ahead, taking your time, I think that's a huge deal, and really get to know who you're working with. I think one of the lovely things that I love about our firm, I always feel we're down to earth. We really, we love getting to know our families and really having fun with them if we can. We like having fun in this firm, that's for sure. I really think that, we can work together, we can work hard together, and we can accomplish a lot of good things.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, anyone from your team who's over at our events, you guys are very active, so we appreciate that in the chamber. I always see you guys at the Member Connect. I know you're not able to attend a lot, but how has the chamber been for you? I know you started off on that.
Right.
I hear all the time the members are referring you at our
We
Member
appreciate
Connect
that.
and our coffee connectors. So.
And that was actually the idea of Gina, our client relations coordinator. She had brought up, hey, why don't I start getting active with the chamber? Thought that was a brilliant idea. So she started to go to the breakfast. She started to go to all of the events, and she would tell us who she would meet. She would tell us, this is what this person does. And that gave us comfort that she's seeing people on a regular basis, that you can actually say, I've had breakfast with them, that I know them, because especially when you're going to be referring people to our families, it's nice to know that, yeah, I do know them.
Mm-hmm.
I see them weekly. I see them, I'm having breakfast with them, actually. And then, that has been further supported by Lisa Peck. And she's joined our firm. And she now not only has always been an active member from the chamber.
She has.
I mean, really, I'm learning a lot, because I didn't know all the good stuff that you guys have. Like this, and it's very helpful, and I think the more you're involved with the chamber, you realize it. So for me, it's only been good things, only good vibes, and only more opportunities to help more people.
Good. Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate you guys coming out to all the events and making us a stronger, better chamber as a whole. We can refer out. Is there anything you'd like to leave our chamber members with, or anybody else that's going to be seeing this?
Well, I really am so grateful for the welcome that you've always had for us. I mean, from the first time that Gina had told me that she had joined one of the events, she was beaming, and she was saying that everybody was so warm. And that's probably one of the uniqueness of being with this chamber, the warmth, the openness, the welcoming, because that makes you want to join. It makes you want to refer to each other. And you want to support each other. So I'm just so grateful, and I just thank everyone, whoever is a part of this. It's the right mix. It really
That's fantastic.
Is. Yep.
And we're at 81 East Water Street. What's the address?
That's right. Our main office is 81 East Water Street, Toms River. We're on the second floor. We also have offices in Red Bank and in New York, but this is our main hub. So this
fantastic.
is it. Yep.
Is there a website or email address that people can?
Sure. Yeah. Everybody can meet us at matuslaw.com. And that is probably where you can get a lot of information. We're also on all the social media. Honestly, I wish I could say I could know the Instagram, the LinkedIn. I don't know any of those handles, but you'll see it on the website.
Well, that's why you have your team too, right?
Oh, believe me, I'm nothing without them. I am nothing without them. That's the one thing I want to emphasize. I really am so grateful. I have all the ideas, but how to do it? Oh my goodness, I couldn't. I know I drive everyone crazy. You'll see all my emails and all my messages, and I'm sure you're the same way, Steve.
Yeah.
When you own your own business, it's your baby, and you're always trying to see how to take care of it, how to grow it, but you can't do it by yourself. So each person in my team, my goodness, I couldn't do anything without them. Really, I always like to hire people who are better than me, and I am proud to say they are all better than me. They are all better than me.
Yeah, right.
They
Surround
are.
yourself with better
They are
people.
fantastic.
That's what you have to do. So I'm going to ask you one last question because I know we're both big readers.
Yes.
What is the book you're on now or the book you'd recommend?
Oh, okay. So the last book I just read is from Phil M. Jones, Exactly How to Sell. It's a great way because, you know, in our life, whether you're in a profession, whether you're a teen, you're always trying to express yourself. You're always trying to present ideas. So learning how to express an idea that could benefit another person is such a huge skill. So Phil M. Jones, it's such a small book. I blew through it like in a day.
Yeah.
But you'll love it. You'll love it
I'm gonna pick it
because
up.
it helps with the mindset and helps. I was giving it to my daughter because, you know, she's got to give presentations and she's got to sometimes persuade teachers
We all
about
sell
certain
each
things
other
that she
one
wants
way
to
or
do.
another, right? That's just the reality of life.
And that's the other thing too. Sell is not a bad word, right? Sell is what you do to someone. You're helping someone. You're helping them with a benefit. So that's the other thing too, to take that word out of vernacular. So I like that. What are you reading?
Right now, actually just finished a book called Breathe by
Oh,
James
I heard
Nestor.
about that one. Yeah,
Good
that
book.
one's a good one too.
Centering yourself.
Yeah, you know.
those
See
types
our
of
little
things.
book clubs?
Yeah,
Look
it's
at how this
fantastic.
happened.
Fantastic.
It's all good.
Well, Kristine, thank you for joining us this morning. Again, the Matus Law Group. So I am Stephen Green, your chair of the Greater Times Over Chamber of Commerce, signing off until next time.
Thank you.